Welcome back to the second week of Bat Fridays here on Superman Comical Week as we are tackling Detective Comics number 28, the second Batman story ever told, The Frenchy Blake's Jewelry Thieves. It is not a very interesting story and it is very short. These early Batman comics are only like 6 to 7 pages long. The first one tried to have way too much plot. This one has like almost no plot. So there's a wave of jewelry robberies happening that's accounted for about thousands of dollars in theft. Probably near millions of dollars of theft if we include inflation into this conversation. Bruce Wayne, the only time he appears, by the way, he is explained in this comic as a bored socialite. So his motivation, you know, Batman being the character of vengeance and justice and is the knight. His motivation is he's bored, which is hilarious. He had nothing better to do than put on a bat costume and just start beating up dudes. I mean, that could be fun in a certain way to be written, but he's definitely not Batman yet, and he is still Bat-hyphenated man. He's not one word yet. So Bruce, pretending to be Commissioner Gordon, calls Gimpy. I don't know why Gimpy was such a popular name here. There was a character named Gimpy who was a criminal in a Action Comics story that was probably about a year before this at this point. Gimpy gives him the heads up on the next jewelry robbery. So two guys, one named Glove, one named Ricky, are coming out of the rooftop of a building having some jewels. Batman just shows up and kicks the dude. One of the things that's really great about these Batman comics is they're full of action. They don't have a lot of plot and sometimes motivation or character, but they have a lot of action. Sometimes Superman doesn't quite have that. So he just comes down and kicks a dude. And then the other guy, I believe it was Ricky, comes at him with a knife, so he punches him off the building. Superman and Batman do not care about keeping people alive in these comics. The whole no death thing is not a thing right now. My favorite author, Grant Morrison, in their autobiography described that the one thing they had in common was no killing. But that's not true. They're perfectly okay with killing. Or at least Superman's okay with letting death happen that was partly his fault. But the whole no killing thing is not a thing. He threatens Glove around until Glove tells him his boss is Frenchy Blake. The police show up and start shooting at Batman, but he creates like a lasso with a rope and throws it across to on a building on the other side, and he swings. So he doesn't have the hook yet, but he's got the basic idea down. It's kind of amazing how Batman's almost fully realized from the beginning. There's a lot of him there. Superman not so much, but Batman is kind of there. No Batmobile yet. Just has a car. So there's newspaper headlines claiming Batman's the head of these jewelry thieves. Where did they make that connection? Yeah, he was there, but he killed one dude and he was beating up the other. So do they think he's just killing off his gang members like the Joker does at the beginning of The Dark Knight? Like, there's gotta be a more efficient way to run a jewelry thieves syndicate. So Frenchy Blake, who kind of looks like if you were drawing the devil to be human, he's got like that goatee and mustache. He's our villain here. He's not very interesting because he's just a mobster. Batman's better for fighting mobsters than Superman is. Still, you want those big, cartoony, themed villains. You miss them when they're not there creating ridiculous death traps. Frenchy is ecstatic about this news because he believes that all the heat will be off him. Unfortunately, this was Batman's plan, and he's listening outside. He wants all the attention off Frenchy, so Frenchy's going to make mistakes because he thinks he's not being watched. So Batman takes out more of his thieves when they go off to go do another heist. He goes to the door, he knocks on the door, and Frenchy lets him in thinking he's one of his guys. Batman's not really known for using doors, but it is a funny moment. Batman starts beating around Frenchy because Frenchy's just this low-level mobster. He can't really do anything to Batman. I mean, other than shoot him. It's not really bulletproof at this point. Or knife-proof. Batman ties his leg to a rope and throws him out a window and holds him up there, threatening if he doesn't sign a confession, he's going to cut the rope. Hey, him and Superman do have a thing in common. They threaten people until they write confessions. There's gotta be a better way to solve all of this. Frenchy agrees, he brings Frenchy back up, Frenchy signs his confession and then tries to attack Batman again. Does not end well for him, Batman just easily beats the crap out of him. The police eventually show up after Batman's gone and arrest Frenchy. There is a note that Commissioner Gordon's reading at the end. It's a note from Batman claiming he did this all as a favor to them. which is kind of a dickish thing to write. No wonder the police hate him. He's doing their jobs as a favor. The art by Bob Kane, Robert Kane still, is fine. It does look a little worse for wear here, but you can tell what's happening, and there is a lot of panels telling an action scene, except really different from Superman, where it was trying to tell a big action moment in like 1 to 2 panels sometimes. There isn't really much to say about this issue. Not a lot happens, and it barely even features Batman at times. That's it for Bat Friday here on Superman Comics A Day. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to get notifications when a new video goes up. I do Batman's on Friday. I do Superman's Monday through Thursday. So until next week, bye.